All right, help me out here. Okay, and action. All right, so the cardiovascular system, right? If we look at that term, cardio refers to the heart, and vascular refers to the what? The what? The blood vessels, yes. Okay. Mechanically speaking, the heart serves as a pump. The blood vessels serve as tubes, correct? To help deliver blood around the body to your 37 trillion cells, correct? Okay, very good, okay. So, we learned beforehand the different vessels, blood vessels of the body, correct? And that incorporates right into the circulation of blood throughout the body. So, starting off with, we can start off anywhere in circulation around the heart. We like to start off with number 3 and number 5, right? Number 3 and number 5, which are collectively called the superior and inferior vena cava, correct? Okay, singular is going to be vena cava, correct? Superior, inferior vena cava. Are they really colored like blue over here? No. What color are blood vessels? Beige, okay, taupe, manila, right? Here we go again, every semester, right? So what happens is that the blue color and the red color is artificial, correct? Okay, so if it's colored blue over here, what it's telling us that the blood here is high in and low in O2. So that means the superior inferior vena cava are transporting deoxygenated blood from the body back to the heart. Cool? All right, so those two major blood vessels deposit their blood into the right
chamber.
Atrium, correct? Okay, we always establish right and left from whose perspective? The patient's
Patient.
perspective. So this is called the right atrium. Sound good? Okay. When the right atrium contracts, it's going to pump blood into the right ventricle, right over here. Very good, right ventricle. When the right ventricle contracts, we can potentially retroperfuse blood back into the right atrium, correct? Okay. What structure is preventing us from doing that? The tricuspid valve, which is going to be a type of atrioventricular valve, correct? Okay, so it's called a tricuspid valve. Cool beans? Okay, that when it closes, that prevents retroperfusion. Okay, so we know that if that closes, when the right ventricle contracts, it's going to pump blood into number 7. Number 7 is referred to as the
Pulmonary trunk.
pulmonary trunk. Very good, pulmonary trunk. To prevent retroperfusion back into the right ventricle, so it doesn't kind of fall back into there, right? We have number 36. Number 36 is a type of semilunar valve, and that semilunar valve is called the pulmonary valve. Again, beautifully named, correct? Okay, very good. So assuming no retroperfusion has occurred, the pulmonary trunk, okay, when we hear the word pulmonary, we know we're headed to where next? The lungs, very good. So 7 branches off into 8R and 8L. 8R and 8L. Because we're transporting blood away from the heart, are these arteries or are these veins? Which one? Arteries, very good. Arteries transport blood away from the heart, correct? Okay. So again, we're heading to the lungs, right? Now notice here that the blood vessels here are blue, right? This tells us that the blood here is still high in CO2 and low in O2, very good, okay? So this is the one exception in the body where we have arteries transporting deoxygenated blood. Cool? Okay, so we know that the pulmonary arteries transport their blood to the lungs, right? What happens in the lungs? Gas exchange, very good, okay? So we know that according to our kind of hierarchy that was up here, right? That we know that arteries become arterioles, arterioles become capillaries, right, in the lungs, capillaries become venules, and venules become veins, correct? Okay. So we know that eventually these pulmonary arteries turn into capillaries in the lungs and then come back to the heart as veins. Because we know that veins transport blood back to the heart, correct? Okay, so when they come back as pulmonary veins from the lungs, right, they come back as 11R and 11L right over here, right, on the lateral portions of the heart right over here. And again, these are going to be the pulmonary veins, and they're colored red here. Are they really red? No, they're not. But it's the red's telling us that the blood here is high in and low in. Very good, okay. So we return that highly oxygenated blood back to which chamber here? The left atrium. Left atrium right over here, right? When the left atrium contracts, it's going to pump blood into the left ventricle, okay? Now, when the left ventricle contracts, it can retroperfuse blood, correct? Back up into the left atrium. What's preventing that? Number 38, what is that called? The which one? Bicuspid, also known as the mitral valve. Sound good? Okay, assuming that closes, that's going to prevent retroperfusion, correct? Okay, so when the left ventricle contracts, it's going to pump blood up into number 13, 14, which for now we call the aorta, correct? Okay, so we know that according to our invisible kind of like circular kind of cycle over here, right? The heart pumps blood to the aorta. Aorta becomes what blood vessels next? Arteries. Arteries become thinner blood vessels called arterioles. Arterioles become these thinner blood vessels called capillaries. Okay, capillaries structurally are unique because they are thin and porous to allow
Gas, substance,
and allow
substances
an exchange of
exchange.
substances. Gases, yes, but also other substances, correct? Those capillaries eventually thicken and converge to form venules. Venules converge to form veins.
Vein.
Veins converge to form two giant blood vessels called the
Superior,
vena cava,
inferior.
which are which are going to be number 3 and 5, correct? And they return their blood back to the right atrium. Cool. And all right.